Hi, folks. The old hunter here. I got a few more little short stories I want to tell before I call it quits today. I didn't know if we got the ducks in the camera or not, but when I throw catfish feed over, they come and eat all of it, so the catfish don't get none. But they're pretty to look at. They beautifully mallet ducks. We got tons of geese and everything on this lake. All right. I call it had close call with snakes because where I grew up there was a lot of snakes. You had to really be careful. Matter of fact, I developed a sixth sense. I could almost sense when there was a snake around. Don't ask me how, but I could. I've saved myself from being bitten. I've saved friends from being bitten in the woods. I'd just say, stop. There's a snake somewhere. Get look around. Which spotted out there. 6, 8 foot called up, you know. I just got a sixth sense about them. One of the times, Daddy, he told me, he says, go out in the shed and get me a screwdriver, a pair of pliers. I can't remember what it was, but it was at night. And we didn't have no lights in the shed, just a little tin shed, right in the woods almost. So I went out there, and I had the flashlight, and I dropped it before I got in there. Well, I mean, he told me, he said it's on the second shelf, so I knew where it was. I thought I'll be able to feel it with my hands. So I reached in there, and I'm feeling around for it and all like that. I felt something kind of like, I don't know, I just had a feeling something come by my face, you know. So all of a sudden I just got that cold chill, went down my back. I eased out and went inside. I told Daddy, there's a snake out there. And he got his shotgun, went out there, and sure enough, caught up on that top shelf right level with my face. I mean, it was a great big old cottonmouth. I mean, a big one. That was a real close call right there. Another time, I used to live in the swamp and the bayous and all. You know, he made me a little small pirogue. I used to paddle up and down the bayous and shoot snakes and everything with that Daisy Red Ryder. Like I said, there was nothing safe from it. Well, they had a place we called Twin Pines out in the marsh. It was probably about an acre, and it was sand. It had 2 big pine trees on it called the Twin Pines. And turtles would go up there and they would lay their eggs, and my uncle and his wife loved them turtle eggs. And he'd go out there. He had a dog trained that could smell where them turtle eggs were buried and dig it up and get them turtle eggs. And he'd get a turtle every now and then too. He didn't get too many because he wanted to keep making eggs. Well, I'd go out there all the time when the tide was high because rabbits would come up out of the marsh and go up on that sand hill there. And I'd go up there, I'd sit down against that pine tree, and sure enough, them rabbits hop around. I'd shoot one right in the head within 15 feet with the BB gun and be close enough to kill it. I'd go out there and kill 1 or 2 rabbits a week. I was going out there one morning not long after daylight, and the trail I went down, the water was up, hell, it was up to my knees. And I felt something hit me in the calf of my leg, like somebody punched me. It was so hard. I tried to look, he had a big old cottonmouth. And the only thing saved me, he had a marsh hen, half swallowed, so things couldn't get me because of that big bird in his mouth. Well, I made short work of him with that BB gun, believe me. But I had so many close calls with snakes. It was unreal. It was unreal, you know, but never got bit. But I think having that sixth sense has saved me and my friends a lot of times. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short today. Let me see. Okay, here's a good one here. It was pretty funny. I lived right there close by the railroad tracks where they crossed the Back Bay, the trestle. And if trains would slow down coming from Ocean Springs and going the other way too, but a lot of times I'd jump and catch them and ride them all the way to the road that I had to go down to go to my school because they wouldn't be doing but 8-10 miles an hour. Well, one morning, here come a freight train. It only had 4 cars on it. What in the world's going on here, you know? And just one engine. Anyway, I grabbed it, caught it. It was going pretty fast, but I caught it. And it just kept picking up speed. It didn't near slow down. So when I got to the road I was supposed to get off, there wasn't no way I was going to be able to jump off. I'd kill myself. Next thing I know, we're in Gulfport, Mississippi, about 25 miles away. Here I am, 10 years old. Hadn't been to Gulfport one or two times my whole life. Didn't know how in the world I was going to get back home. No, I was going to have to wind up missing school because there's no way I was going to get back in time for school. Well, I went down on the beach, and I went to walking, and thank God, an old woman pulled over and said, "Son, would you like a lift?" I said, "I sure would, ma'am." And she gave me a lift to Biloxi there. And I knew I couldn't go home then because I still had about 3 hours of school, so I just hung out by the bayou and threw rocks and stuff, But that kind of broke me of jumping trains. That was my last time I jumped trains. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close for the day. I'll be coming back at you with another episode.
And remember, if you enjoyed that, click the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, tell all your friends about this. Thank you very much for watching.